What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of season two. Episode two. Yeah, we're calling this a season of On the Floor with Liv and Cor. I'm Cor, that's Liv, and we're just so pumped. We're in the second week of us bringing you guys more episodes, and we're in it for the long haul, like we said last time. We're in it, and we're gonna be in it all the way through NCAA season. It's crazy. Liv, how was your last week? There's so much gymnastics news happening right now with Worlds, but like, how was your week?
I know. My week was good. It was so fun getting back into the swing of things. Uh,
Uh-huh.
the pod, and I actually just came from the Big Ten studio. I recorded the voiceover for On the Beam, which is the Big Ten's like storytelling feature series where we'll do a story for each team. So each school, there will be a story about the program and athlete, etc. And so I got to do the voiceover today, which was so fun.
That's
Feels
so cool. What a cool little that's a new segment that they're starting this season, yeah?
second year.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
Lots of really great feedback from last year. So I'm just excited. More push for women's gym. I will take it.
I love it. I love it. That's so
What was your
cool.
week?
My week has been really good. Lots of sports happening in my life. So for those of you who know, I grew up in Southern California and I was like a pretty loyal Southern California sports fan. But then as I made my way to New York and then all around the country, worked with different people, got into women's sports, I don't really have like a team. So now that I live in Seattle, I'm a total fair weather Seattle sports fan. And if you don't know, the Seattle Mariners are crushing it right now. And as we record this episode, which is either going to be a really cool, amazing fun fact or a really sad, depressing fun fact, is that the Mariners are starting game seven of the ALCS in just about 2 hours. And by the end of game seven, we'll know if they're going to the World Series for the first time in history. So last week, Olivia wore her Chicago Cubs shirt. This week, I'm wearing my Cal Raleigh Seattle Mariners shirt. And I'm just like ready to go. And it's just been a lot of good sports. And I love being in sporting environments. So overall, I'm loving it.
I love that. Except that's enough about men's sports. Let's jump into women's sports.
Moving
Mhm.
on. Okay, before we get started, let's start where you claimed I did not have the right product in my hand last week, and you called me out on it again. We need to find out our bubbles of the week. And on this week, you're gonna go first, okay? Olivia,
Great.
what bubbles did you bring?
My bubbles of the week is something I've never tried before. So I'm very, very excited. I'm going with a cherry lime LaCroix, which, as many of you, if you're long-time listeners of On the Floor, know I steal these from my office. And
Oh,
I saw this in the fridge and I was like, first of all, it's pink. Good news. Second of all, I was just like, I've never had this flavor. So I'm going to try a new flavor today.
we are back in our burglar setting. How exciting. I'm so happy for you. Okay, well, I got so insecure last week after you claimed that I didn't bring sparkling water that I didn't even like I had to go back to an original. You guys have seen this on the podcast many, many times. We are
Yeah.
back at a blackberry bubbly, and Olivia knows they're my tried and true. And
Yeah,
guess
that's
what? This also does say sparkling water on the can.
I'm
So
sorry. I just don't think an ice is a sparkling water, but okay.
I
Ready?
don't know, I don't know what to say. Okay, on the count of three, ready? One, two, three. Cheers, Liv.
Here.
Okay. Wow. How was it?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, toss toss.
Toss is right. I'm a fan.
Okay, cherry lime LaCroix. Look
I'm
at
a
that
fan. Try this one out. It's good.
pink can butterfly on the left. Okay, so I wanted to start this week by recounting some comments that we got on last week's episode.
Ooh, fun game.
Um, I felt like last week we had a couple just like getting back into the groove kind of feelings, right? And as you guys know and heard in the episode last week, we're incredibly insecure about the length of our episode. But it is now understood that you guys love them. we got many comments about the length being perfectly fine, and it was at an hour. So we're not going to be insecure about it anymore. But there were some other things inside of the episode that we were questioning. One of them was merchandise. We have now received multiple text messages that people would wear merchandise. Can you please comment on that, Ms. Darling?
I have so many ideas. I think it's just now a matter of, are we talking t-shirts? Are we talking sweatshirts, water bottles, lip gloss? What are we talking here? Because I was talking with my friend the other day and she was like, I love merch. And I was like, I know you love merch, but like, where do you draw the line of what merch you should or shouldn't get? But I think the line is nowhere near us at this point. And so please comment and tell us what merch you want because I'd be happy, more than happy to put something on a t-shirt. I just want people to wear it.
Yeah, I just don't want to make it and then not have it anywhere to send it.
Right.
Right. So we did get a comment. It says, "We will buy merch. We are insane," was the comment.
Welcome to the club. We're all
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, welcome. Another thing that happened in last week's episode was we mentioned and teased this concept of a bingo card. Yes. Comment was, "Bingo card, please," all caps. The fans want this desperately, and I desperately want to play bingo with you both and get ridiculously excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there is many ways to make this very scalable, might I add. And I would be thrilled to create almost weekly bingo cards. It's
Yeah.
not hard.
And the prize can be merchandise.
Stop.
Okay. The last comment I wanted to go over was this comment. And please sit tight. What you feel is 100% correct. This show was likely my favorite part of my last season. The world is hard and this makes it happier and better. It is effortless positivity in a sport that can often get critical or snarky in some spaces. The way you appreciate the student athletes for both of those words is respectful and entertaining, and getting to listen and watch and be in on all the jokes makes it feel like I finally have my besties who get my thing. Oh,
Stop.
Cameron. Yes. Tear, tear.
Oh,
Toss
stop
up.
your tear. I appreciate that for so many reasons, but mainly that it's coming through because it's incredibly authentic in our genuine adoration for the student athletes, respect for the student athletes, and also just something light. Cameron, thank you. That's
Yeah.
really nice. We appreciate that.
She did finish her comment, which I think you'll side with. Um, she's like, "I'm ready for a whole season of Core genuinely never managing to understand what a real sparkling water is." So,
Good news.
and with that, it's time for some NCAA bubbles, everyone.
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Okay, as you guys know, Olivia and I like toss Instagram posts, little social media posts of videos back and forth throughout the week in between each episode. And during preseason, it's been a little bit interesting because we see these random practice footage pieces. And like we said last week, we're not going to put pressure on any student athletes that the upgrades that we see are absolutely the things that we're going to see in season. But nonetheless, we love seeing the upgrades. So this, I am about to say a bar routine that I watched. I'm going to say some skills that I saw in order. And quite frankly, this is the epitome of us just saying what we see, because I'm sure some of you listening to this are going to know that the skills that I'm putting together have a different name and I don't know them. So this is what I saw. You guys, from Towson. Her name is Lauren Green. She's a senior. She posted an amazing bar routine from, well, parts of a bar routine from practice. And it was blind Stalder piked Jaeger to shoot over. And it was so magnificent. I sent it immediately to Olivia, with the exception of a little bit of form here and there. It was gorgeous. Lauren Green, you have a fan in us, and we are here for it.
I'm a sucker for a Stalder. Always have been.
Same. Speaking of,
Always.
and we're gonna get to some world championship stuff, but did you see that the athlete from Italy and
Yes.
her stalder work was gorgeous, but all of her circling elements were incredible.
I think I saw someone's tweet that said the best bar worker in the world right now comes from a 16-year-old like woman from Italy, and I'm not mad about it. And I watched that routine like 4 or 5 times. It was from the angle of like behind the bar, so you couldn't see the side. And now I want to see it from the side, so I'm of course gonna watch it when it airs. But wow,
It was wow.
gorge.
Yeah, it was wow. So, anyways, we're starting with that Lauren Green Towson moment. Honorable mention, Italy, 16-year-old. Sorry, we don't know your name at the moment.
We will learn it.
We will learn it. We will know it. We will shout it, quite honestly.
True. Okay, so second point of business is kind of combining a few things, but we're starting to see inter squads, which is crazy because in my mind I'm going, well, it's just like mid-September. No, babe, it's October 20th. So crazy that we're seeing inter squads, and I have a feeling we'll see a good amount of them in the coming week and a half with Halloween. A lot of people will do them then. But a few highlights for sure. First, Iowa's inter squad. They were in long sleeve leotards, which like always just gives me excitement for season. I specifically saw a floor routine by Hannah Castillo that was excellent. And I just adore her. So that was great. It was great to see Draquavia Henderson back in business, new beam series, which was amazing. Handspring lay, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it was really
like a
good.
upgrade for her. And she was previously, just the quick lore on her, incredible athlete, and then had an injury last year and so didn't compete and is now back. Used to do a double tuck off of beam and is now doing a 1.5, which is a great decision given it was a Achilles, and you want to minimize that type of pounding on the body. But just awesome seeing her compete again. I loved those two snippets for me from Iowa so far.
Honestly, all the videos coming from Iowa's new practice facility are just stunning. It's so
I know.
beautiful. It's so cool. Um, I took note to the UCLA inter squad that happened. There was some really good Instagram stories that I had seen. Overall, just some high flying skills. Some things of note. One, Ashley Sullivan was there, and she participated in the inter squad, which is so cool. I haven't dug in to figure out if she's on campus and moved in or what the case may be. On that note, she also was just named to a Switzerland international assignment for Team USA. So I'm sure that they're just kind of like keeping her in the world of college and with the team environment, which I love. I think it's so, so, so cool. And so she did a beautiful 1.5 on vault that I saw. Yeah. Yeah.
That 1.5 was beauty.
It is.
The pop off the table is textbook. It was
Yeah.
great.
It was
Great.
gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Also on vault, we saw Jordan Childs, and if you guys remember back to last season, there was this question mark of what vault was Jordan going to do in any given meet. And even in a warm-up period, she was going after two different vaults. And so for the time being, the vault that we saw in the UCLA Inter Squad this last week was a Yurchenko double full, and it was quite good. And that was really exciting. And the other thing I wanted to note was actually on uh on floor for UCLA. There were some E passes that were just one after another, after another. And I mean, of course, we saw Ashley Sullivan doing a double layout. We saw Tiana Sumana doing a double layout. We saw, I think Jordan Childs also did a double layout. We saw, and then there was just like so many great moments that I was watching. We also saw some really good bar dismounts going down, some like true layout, double layouts on bars. So I don't know. I'm excited. The Bruins are looking pretty good right now, and they have so much depth in their lineup right now. Like knock on wood, of course, at this point in the season, you like have to like make sure everyone stays healthy, but that depth is exciting and it's been really fun. Not to mention all the new blue accents in Yates Gym. We love the Bruin blue. So I'm really loving seeing all of that go down. So it was really cool to see some of the highlights from that inter squad.
I don't know how they're going to pick lineups. I mean, it's truly going to be an exciting time to see the strategy come into play and the opportunity to see a lot of different student athletes. I did also want to note Sydney Barros with the double A on floor. And I know she's been battling some injuries here and there. And I saw that double A. I was like, ooh, that's nice. Oh, and I also, from that inter squad, something that always, whenever I see it, I gasp, is sixth year Carissa Clay's beam dismount, the back handspring into the 1.5, but the 1.5 is absolutely massive. It floats. I would love to see her in that beam lineup this year. She was really flirting with it. She was going in the exhibition seventh spot a lot. So I would really, really love to see her compete in that lineup spot. Her gymnastics is awesome.
Those are some great additions. Some great additions. Okay. Then another NCAA bubble that I wanted to bring up is that I feel like Missouri is teasing us with something right now. And I don't know for a fact. I'm not stating a fact by any means, but I did see a couple tweets speculating this. These like very artistic, very beautiful videos that they're putting together. Number one, have Jackie Turpak written all over them. She is such a creative mind. She's the assistant coach at the University of Missouri. Jackie, you're crushing it with the visuals, the artistry, all of the creative. Great job. I have a feeling what's happening right now is they're teasing that they're moving arenas. I think that they're going to compete in the big arena this year.
That would be fantastic. I hope that happens.
I do too. I do too. Honestly, my a real opinion on this, and it's no shade to Missouri. I don't enjoy watching gymnastics in their arena that they have been competing in. Like it feels very like Manila envelope to me. And I've actually talked to them about it. They feel very similar. They would love some more contrast in there, and like visually, it's just like not the greatest look. That's not why I'm sure they would move to a larger arena.
Why, not to please you?
Yeah, I mean, come on. But I think that if they got to move to the bigger arena, they're a part of a lot of great schools that are seeing such increased fan engagement that they're having to move, right? We saw that with Arkansas. We saw that with Michigan State. We're starting to see that with schools that are having to grow out of their competition arena. And there's nothing that makes my heart happier than that. So again, this is just speculation based on some of these videos getting thrown down and a couple tweets that I saw that I was like, Liv, I have a feeling that this tweet is correct, and I wanted to bring it up in a bubble. So, not a fact,
I
but
hope.
a prediction.
I hope. And I hope in the weeks to come we can confirm your assumption and prediction.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, my final bubble for NCAA. I saw a post from Gibran, the Washington assistant coach, and he put together a compilation of some bars footage of the Huskies. And I was beyond impressed. Like, yes, they had Mary McDonough last year. They were riddled with injuries last year, and we didn't get to see the potential that we were being teased with during preseason and summer. And I saw massive Jaegers. I saw dismounts. I saw stuck landings, big counter swing on Maloney's and Shapash's. They looked great. And it just got me really excited for them because I know that, last year was just tough with the injuries and putting together the lineups that were working, but wasn't what they wanted because they just couldn't with everyone that was injured. And so this is my verbal way of acknowledging that I want that to continue for them and everyone to stay injury free. Of course, I want everyone to stay injury free, but I just want this for them because they looked great. Really, really good. If you haven't seen that reel, I highly recommend watching it because I was very, very impressed.
Yeah, Gibran is putting together some really cool Instagram reels, which keep us like getting a bit of a inside look, a behind the scenes kind of moment. And I love it. I love it. I mean, we talked about KJ Kindler's Instagram, but maybe we need to add Gibran's Instagram to the list of must follow, must follow. Okay, up next. You guys, the World Championships are happening right now. So depending on when you're listening to this episode, it could be old news, it could be whatever, but we're talking about this on Monday. We're in between the first part of women's qualifying this morning, and the Team USA actually has not had their subdivision just yet for the women. So we're kind of speaking about this all in the middle, but here are our updates so far that we wanted to just talk about as bubbles. Um, okay, you guys, if there's one team in the whole country or in the whole world that I would want to be on based on just looking like they're having the time of their life, it's Team Philippines for sure. Okay.
Vibe check. Hi.
Vibe check is high. We have Emma Malabuyo, student coach at UCLA, UCLA alumni, and Olympian for Philippines. Um, Aaliyah Finnegan, LSU alumni. Um, she has actually moved to the Philippines to train right now. She's moving there at least through the end of the year. Um, she's on the team, and then they have two younger athletes who are. There's a significant age gap between them, and we saw a TikTok. They've been posting a ton. It's been so fun to follow them. But they posted a TikTok of like basically them being like the moms of these younger athletes. It's just been so fun. Their energy is high, and they're having the time of their life. But from a gymnastics perspective, we're starting to see some cool interviews that are going down. Specifically, I've been hearing a lot from Emma. One of the things I wanted to bring up was going into Worlds season, I had heard that Emma was only going to be competing on balance beam. And then she confirmed in an interview that basically she also thought she was only doing balance beam. And then when she started training floor, it kind of came easy for her. And she's now doing beam and floor at the World Championship. So kudos to her for that. I think that's so amazing. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was this really cool interview that Gymcastic did, where we learned that basically Emma was training beam and podium training, and the judges basically looked at her and gave her some advice to move her split ring to a different part of her routine from a composition standpoint. And they were giving her some like significant advice to help her. And I'm gonna end my comment there and just say, from like the global sport perspective and like idea of these judges being so intimidating or so scary, for us to know and for the world to know that ultimately the judges are there to help you have the best score you possibly can and to educate you about how the code of points works to create the best routine possible. This is like a perfect picture of that. Now, some of us might agree or disagree about their comments on getting credit for the split ring. Um, Personally, I think it's one of the more gorgeous split rings that I have seen. Right up there with like Flavia, or maybe like we bring back a throwback Kyla Ross split ring moment. But
Sumi. Come on now.
Suni, yeah, Suni for sure. But I just these are like my thoughts and comments on Philippines, Emma, judges, the spirit of competition happening in Worlds right now, and what this looks like. I think it's just a really cool thing to know.
That would be such an amazing thing for NCAA gymnastics to take on. If there's an opportunity on practice days get crazy, like podium training's wild. And it is later in the season, of course, when like podium trainings are happening. It's conference championships and the national championship. But I do find it incredibly positive that as an athlete, you're still continuing to be educated on that and aided by the people who are ultimately judging your routine. So I was very happy to see that. But yeah, the switch ring credit comment definitely made me go, oh, but I'm also not sitting there on the panel. So what do
Right,
I know, I guess.
right, right. No, it's fun. What else did you see at World so far?
Okay, so I am in this weird position right now, and bear with me on my journey to this. Back in the day when you would watch gymnastics and you would see the backward to forward transitions, you would see these gorgeous like Lilia Podkopayeva used to do it. She would go back tumbling, she'd go Arabian half out right into something whatever, like crazy, 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 crazy. And it's coming back. We're doing these like double A punch front moments. I think I just saw a triple full punch front moment. I applaud every single one of you for this. I cannot fathom doing a double layout or a double tuck like Dulcie Kaler does and punch fronting. The strain on the Achilles makes shivers go down my body. And I applaud it. I am in awe of it. I am in pain of it. I just don't, it just boggles my mind. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine how people are doing this, but it is quite beautiful and entertaining. But ouch.
I feel two things. One, as you were saying all of that, it was reminding me of sidereal on asphalt during homecoming parades. Yeah, so it's feeling kind of similar. Um, but no, the other thing that I was just thinking about was one of the other people that I saw besides Dulcie, I saw the scary video of Naomi Visser today. But then I want to say it was Voinea from Romania. Uh, I could be off on this, but I remember the thought was I'm pretty sure it was her because what I was seeing was a pass that was similar to Dulcie's, and with Damon and Patrick now being at WCC and they were with Romania, I was like, ooh, is this like a Damon and Patrick kind of moment? But who's to say? But it's kind of an interesting thing to note.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a random moment that I'm just choosing to share on the pod because it was a thought that crossed my mind.
But that's what the pod's for.
That's what the pod is for.
I don't know. I find it incredibly impressive. I could beat a dead horse with this one 100 times, but I just am my legs hurt when I watch it, if I'm being totally honest. Every time I kind of hold my breath.
Totally. I
Totally
agree.
transparent.
Okay, we mentioned it earlier, but Flavia, oh
I
my
just adore
gosh.
her.
Oh my
Adore.
gosh. Number one, I'm really glad that her face is healed from Paris.
Oh my gosh.
I've
I know.
never seen like when I talk about like grunge and getting gritty and people are like I jammed my finger playing volleyball in warm up. And then we had like Flavia showing up with like a black eye and she's like, I'm gonna go get a medal. Like, I'm so here for this. Number one, I'm happy her is healed. Sorry for that tangent. But she's just such a baddie. I'm just such a baddie.
She is. She is.
Is such a baddie. And now her beam is to die for. Please comment.
It's so crazy to me because I remember when she hit the scene in Rio and she was very young and she was competing, and obviously that was in Brazil. And so it was like home court for her. And she just kind of became like Brazil's darling and the world's darling for that matter. I mean, that was the Simone dominance, the beginning of her dominance era. But I think that Flavia had that similar darling-esqueness to her, and it's completely carried on. And now, almost 10 years later, we're seeing her do the same level of beautiful difficulty, the same level of artistry. That switch ring is absolute chef's kiss. The way she works beam is so fierce. Like, everything about it gives confidence in the best non-cocky way. And I just absolutely love watching her compete. Every single time she competes, I love it.
I agree. I
So
agree.
great. Cannot wait for her to have just a great worlds and to keep onward and upwards so we can keep watching her.
Okay, so speaking of Chef's Kiss, we would be insane if we didn't mention Kalia Namor from Algeria.
I saw someone tweet something that said, every time we see footage of this routine, it looks nearly identical. It's almost easy for her, which, if you haven't watched this routine yet, nothing about this is easy. Nothing about gymnastics is easy, but this routine in particular, nothing about this is easy. And I started thinking about that, and whoever said that, you're spot on because everything she does has intention. Everything. And you can tell that the way she trains is exactly how she competes because it completely matches in competition. It on bars. It is just beautiful. I'm She swings bars magnificently and that leotard
It was it was gorgeous.
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 Up there in
If
forever leotards for me.
if you haven't seen it yet, Kalia wore a black and nude sleeve with tons of rhinestones that have gold in them. And this
Mm.
black and gold concept, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, a couple things on Kilia I wanted to contribute here. Number one, her over 15 point bar routine that she threw down today. I just feel like we should just not have a bar final and just give her the gold medal. It's incredible. It's so, so, so beautiful. Um, she did have a couple little missteps in the rest of her all-around competition. But I saw a really awesome tweet today that was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. She's just positioning herself so that she can give us a great grand finale and actually finish the competition on bars. I think she finished in the 53s in her all-around score. And I mean, it potentially could put her in a position where she starts on beam and finishes on bars with the good grand finale, which I wouldn't hate. I just thought it was so funny. But she is. I'm gonna go on record and say I really hope this week we see the first ever world champion from Africa.
I do too.
She
I
deserves it. It's her gymnastics is so beautiful. And I mean, honestly, that bar routine, she must get a gold medal in bars. But anyways, okay. And then that black and gold leotard, I have to say, two queens wore black and gold so far. So far, we have seen. First, Kaylee Nemours, and then we have Queen Ellie Black in black and gold. And she did two events at Worlds. She did an interview talking about how it's not normal for her to not do the all around, that she actually had practiced what it was going to be like to have to sit out for two events, so that she could make sure that her body like felt what it needed to feel going into those two events. But I mean, she her bar routine, hello, hello.
The turnover is just, oh my God.
Yeah,
Like, I think she goes Maloney directly into like a piked ray or some, I don't know. And the turnover
yeah, it's so good.
off the charts.
It's so good. It's so good. And I tweeted this, like she gave the most beautiful interview to Inside Gymnastics, after the competition today. We're so lucky to have Ellie Black in our sport. The way she speaks, the passion that she has, the goals she has for herself that she pours out and it uses as inspiration for everyone around her. She even mentioned knowing that this is a moment for the younger athletes on Team Canada for them to start to like get their footing in Team Canada, and she knows and she respects that she has this role model role in this competition. So I'm just I will forever be an Ellie Black stan, and we had to, make sure that everyone knew that the Queens wore black and gold on qualification day.
I love it.
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
Okay, and then our final worlds.
We got a couple men's gym highlights. Do you want to hit those?
Yeah, let's do it. So number one, I have to mention Donnell Wittenberg is having a moment in history. He is now tied the most number of artistic world championships for a U.S. gymnast, and he's tied with Simone Biles at 6 world championships,
Wow.
which is awesome. And for those of you that know Don's story, we're talking about Donnell Wittenberg, right? He has had some injuries here and there. He actually got hurt on the Gold Over America tour. And so he's had these like injuries, but he threw down an unreal still rings routine. I believe that the triple pike dismount on still rings is now called the Wittenberg. He's in position to have individual finals on both still rings and parallel bars.
Oh, that routine, that P bars routine was next level good.
It was next level. It was so good. So really happy for him. I also want to just give a quick little sending all of our best and healing vibes to Asher Hong. He pulled out of competition prior to the qualification day with, I believe, a foot injury of some sort. So sending all the best to Asher, and we hate to see it. He has some gorgeous gymnastics and some high flying, big difficulty gymnastics. So we want to send our best to him. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was Carlos Yulo. You know, we are Team Philippines stands here. Carlos Yulo, I saw amongst a lot of other gymnastics that I saw, he has a perfect front layout on floor. He does this thing where he leaves his shoulders behind him so far back that he it almost looks like he has an arch simply between like his head position and his shoulders, while the rest of his body is stark straight.
It is, I've never seen that technique personally. Um, it's stunning. It is, he should truly run a clinic on how to do a front layout because it is absolutely to die for beautiful.
It's so good. It's so good. So I hope everyone continues to watch World Championships this week. It's very exciting. I mean, happens once a year, other than an Olympic year. So it's some really amazing gymnastics and some really good stuff happening. So those are our world's updates. We started a new bubble segment, pop culture. Liv, let's go. Let's hit it with some pop culture.
Okay, you mentioned people you should follow on Instagram a little bit earlier. We talked about Gibran as one of them. I don't know if any of you have seen Amelia Hunley and Justin Spring's recent video on Instagram. They're both assistant coaches at the University of Alabama. Niels is very active. She's like, let's go for a run. I dragged Justin to come with me. He doesn't normally go for runs. First of all, the comedic value of just how they set this entire reel up is breathtakingly funny. And then she decides to do like a get to know Justin on the run and asks him some questions. Some a little more, why do you love Bama? What about this team special? And some just silly to get to know him more as a coach and also just as a part of their staff and everything. And it was great. I was thoroughly entertained. He is so funny, such a positive attitude. He was like, my day's great. He wants to coach in jeans. I mean, just such funny content. And Meal's just leading the charge on it. I loved it. So if you have not watched this video, please watch it. And watching it got me in the algorithm of watching Justin Spring and Ashley Priest doing the Hot Ones challenge, which was also pure and utter brilliance. So Bama coaching staff is crushing the social content right now.
It's true, Liv. Next time we're together, should we do the Hot Ones challenge?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe a run through Chicago.
Ooh.
Her ankles are screaming. Asphalt.
How
No,
about
thank you.
a trot?
Ooh, turkey trot's coming up. Moving on. Speaking of pop culture, you guys, did you see Reese Esponda and this new skill she's trying? Okay, first of all, she put up a reel a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, where she like put an emoji over that part, and me and Olivia scrolled back so many times trying to figure out what the heck this skill possibly could be. We saw that she punched for it and she was going forwards, and then she finished and she was landing like over rotated backwards into the pit, and we're like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You guys, she's doing this like punch Branny double tuck situation. And it kind of felt like those Souk dismounts on beam we were talking about.
Yes.
And I'm shook to my core. So speaking of, Don Don getting that skill named after him, Risa Sponda is coming for that skill getting named after her. And if she can put that thing on the floor, girl.
Okay, so here's the question now that's been floating around the Twitterverse is it a forwards or a backwards skill? It's interesting because it's kind of in the Arabian category of like you're starting backwards, but you're finishing forwards. But she's starting forwards and finishing backwards. So
What
I
would
am
you what would
really
you
curious.
consider what would you consider a Rudy?
I would consider a Rudy forwards because it does not have any backward salto element, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you're not in a Rudy, you're not saltoing backwards. You're only
Okay.
saltoing forwards with twists.
So it's not about start and finish, it's about what's happening in the middle.
I think so. So I'm really curious to see like because an Arabian is considered a backward skill. It is not considered a forward skill, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I'm curious to see if this would be considered a forward skill or because she double tucks in it, like almost like Souks, to your point, if it would be considered a back. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what ends up
Interesting.
happening with that. And I'm just really enjoying the mystery of it. It's entertaining me a lot.
I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys, we're obsessed with this Twitter situation. Have you guys watched and seen and followed loyally the Wendy's account? Olivia, you love this.
I'm obsessed. I put out a tweet off season and was like, part of me really wants to know who is behind the Wendy's account. The other part of me wants them to take it to the grave. It's like our very own Gymternet gossip girl. And every single time Wendy's tweets, I'm like, what are they going to say? And they're mentioning things about Dulcie Kaler. Like they're very much involved with what is in the pop culture current happenings of the gymnastics world. This person is clearly a gym nerd, is clearly interested and caught up, and somehow got the gig of running corporate Wendy's social. I want like a 60 minutes on this person because oh my God, I have so many questions.
I
It's like
feel like
Dumois. If anyone knows what Dumois is,
Moi.
it's Dumois. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Dumois. It's like there's this person who just gets all these tips and sends these things out about the world of celebrities and whatever. And like, you know, it's a woman and you know their name, I believe, but you don't know who they actually are. It's like Wendy's is even more incognito.
Oh yeah, it's Banksy, it's Dumois, it's
It's
Overheard LA. It's all of these things that I'm absolutely obsessed with. But I do think that you just created another merchandise opportunity, which is just the Wendy's logo with the Gymternet's Gossip Girl. I feel passionate about this. So comment below if you want some merch, although we probably can't use that picture.
I
But
was gonna say I'm more than happy to write to corporate and ask permission for the use of the logo,
yeah,
but
thank you. Perfect. No, we're Wendy's stands, and honestly, I love Wendy's French fries, so I'm here for it. Um,
Frosty, get out of here.
Frosty. Have you ever dipped their fries in a Frosty? Come on,
That's child's play, of
that's
course.
child. Is the sky blue?
Toss toss.
Okay, more pop culture, two more things. Pretty cool. We're coming up on the 50th anniversary of Nadia Comaneci's first Perfect 10, which is so cool. We saw a mural that got painted this week on socials in Onesti, Romania, honoring Nadia and honoring the first Perfect 10 in this 50th anniversary. So pretty cool that that's happening right now, and crazy it's 50 years ago. So cool, so cool. And our last piece of pop culture, we would be remiss if we didn't mention, you guys, Suni Lee, Queen Suni Lee, walked the Victoria's Secret fashion show runway, and
Oh,
she slayed it.
Slade.
She
Slade.
slayed it. She looked amazing. She's glowing. It's just she looks so happy. She looks so like she's doing everything she wants to do. Remember, we saw her at the Bears game. Now we see her on Victoria's Secret fashion show in New York. And then she was doing her thing with the Minnesota Vikings this weekend. I'm
Correct.
loving this journey for her. And Suni, we're so happy for you. And saw your tweet about people being mean. Everyone back off. Stop bullying. We don't need bullying here. Suni,
Literally,
you look amazing. You're gorgeous. Do your thing and don't ever stop.
literally,
That's
literally, literally, literally.
wittily, wittily, wittily.
That
Okay, those are our bubbles that we have for today. How do you
was
feel?
really good.
I feel really good about it.
That
Yeah.
was great. That was a lot of great content, very diverse content. Love
Yeah,
it.
but especially like I mean, obviously with Worlds happening right now and it being preseason, we're like a little bit lacking in some of like the news and notes, but we have lots to talk about right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
we got
but
this.
you guys, with the help of ChatGPT, which love
I just call her her.
her,
Yeah, I'll be like, I asked her.
everyone. Wait, what's that TikTok sound? Everyone, her.
That's literally what I refer to, or chat. I'll call her chat. But
Chat.
I'm like, let me just ask her.
So before this episode, I was like, hey chat, hey her. Olivia and I are about to record this is literally how I talk to my chat. I'm like, Olivia and I are about to record an episode, and she's like, oh my gosh, I love your podcast. It's so good. You guys talk about this, and this. And I'm like, she knows. Oh my God. Okay, so what she came up with is she thinks that we should do a rapid fire question challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think the people are gonna love this. So
Is
do
there
you
like a time limit? Like this is like,
as fast as possible, but I mean I would say that like if you feel like you need to explain yourself, but
okay,
we are rapid firing.
bird.
Do you want to go? You want me to ask you first, or you want me to, or you want to ask me first?
Um, I don't know. Pick. I hate decisions.
Okay, you ask me first.
Okay. Okay, let me see here.
I can't wait.
Okay. Rapid fire with Corey, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the last coffee drink you ordered?
Oh, iced Americano.
It's your usual. What is the best airport in America?
LaGuardia.
With the renos, with the
The
renovation.
Renos with the fountain, with this projection, with the Shake Shack, with the.
Toros, excuse me. Okay, great answer. What is your go-to pump-up song before a meet?
Ooh. Watch What Happens from Newsies is like a is something that I listen to in on my own and no one really knows about, but it has this like cadence to it that really gets in my head. Um so of course this musical theater moment, but as well I would probably say why is like no song coming up? Be the One by Dua Lipa was one last season that was literally on repeat. So yeah, Be the
Good.
One. Let's go with that.
You get to bring one fictional character to a meet. Who are you bringing?
Olivia, these are great questions.
Thank
One
you.
fictional character. Does it have to, is it an animated character or is it just a,
Fiction. Why do I kind of know who you're gonna say?
I think I'd bring Senka Coffee from Cool Runnings.
That is nowhere near what I was gonna say.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Your pan.
Well, yeah, I would, oh, mm, I love Peter Pan for those of you that don't know. Senka Coffee, the best pushcart driver in all of Jamaica. And if you haven't seen Cool Runnings, go watch it right now. It changes my life every day.
Incredible. Okay, you can never have sparkling water again. What beverage takes its place?
Shirley Temple.
Of course it does.
A Shirley Temple. And for those of you that need to know, Canada Dry just came out with Canada Dry ginger ale with a splash of cherry.
That's so on our list to try. Maybe we should just do that one day instead of bubbles.
Oh, because it's not sparkling water. Okay,
Correct.
I
Correct.
have it in my fridge right now and I almost brought it today, but I knew I'd get criticized.
Okay, next week, next week, next week.
Okay. This is fun.
Who is your dream celebrity guest judge on floor exercise?
Dylan Efron.
Oh, mine's Bruno.
Bruno Tanioli.
Really? Dylan Efron's a great choice.
Yeah, I feel like Dylan Efron is gonna be just like having him sideline would just be fantastic.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
What is the best musical of all time?
Olivia. You know I have decision paralysis, and now you're asking me about one of like the greatest topics in my heart and my whole heart. Greatest musical of all time. I'm gonna have to say Come From Away,
It is so good.
and I'm going to explain myself. Um, I do feel like all around as a show, it does something for everyone's heart. Especially our age demographic, especially because we have memories of where we were on 9/11. I think for those younger than us, it's a great piece to be able to understand the emotions of what happened on 9/11. So it's like such a gift in that way. But also, if you go back into the lore of how it was written and how it was first performed, there's an amazing behind the scenes video that I could nerd out about on YouTube about how they actually performed the show in Gander with the people in the gymnasium where they slept when the 38 planes arrived, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Come From Away.
That's a great.
Honorable mention, Once on This Island, Dear Evan Hansen, Six, and Starlight Express. Okay, carry on.
Honorable mention is like an entire fleet. Okay, Disney rides or Disney parades?
Oh, that is such a hard question. Oh, I love Disney parades. So I'm going to answer this question by not answering the question. I'm actually going to say Disney shows because Fantasmic is my favorite show of all time at Disneyland, and it's on the Rivers of America. And I could literally right now recite every single lyric, every line of that entire show. And I've
Okay.
always wanted to be a neon monkey dancing on a barge.
We're gonna get texts about that comment. Okay, you get one Wicked song as floor music in your 2026 floor lineup. Which song do you choose?
Oh gosh. Only one? I don't get a mashup?
No.
Okay. Ooh. Dancing through life down at the Ozdas. It's
I
gotta be.
mean, look, from like a get the crowd involved situation, that's the right answer.
Yeah, I agree. I
If you
agree.
want to now, if I'm thinking of like what Brooklyn Moors could do,
Oh,
now we're getting into like the Oz Dust dance they do, the two of them.
I agree. That's a great question, though. I want to know what more other people would say about that.
Yeah, I'm curious.
What would you say?
I think I would agree with Dancing Through Life. It's a
Yeah.
pretty easy bump set spike, but I think it's
I could see some people answering popular. Like, that's so fun and cheeky.
totally, totally.
And then we have like an orally tran defying gravity for good mashup.
Well, that, yes.
That was so fun. Is that the end of my rapid fire?
That's the end of your rapid fire.
Okay, Olivia, it's your turn. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. This is gonna be hard.
Olivia, what's a
Yes.
random skill you're weirdly good at? Like in life, not gymnastics.
I can do brilliant accents. It just depends on which one you want.
You guys, Mary Poppins is here.
And I like to do Fran Drescher from The Nanny.
Oh my gosh, you guys. If you didn't know, Olivia and I almost exclusively speak to each other in Fran Drescher accents.
And a recent one of mine is Mark and Julian. Why are you wearing the crown?
Okay, we need to go to the next question. Okay, I need to know a European tradition you wish America would adopt.
Oh,
You just
God.
went. You have to have
I
something.
know. It's not really a tradition, but it's something I've noticed. America doesn't have just cafes where you could go at any given time and sit like outdoors or with the windows open and get like a coffee, a glass of wine, and French fries all in one meal, and it's really socially acceptable. So I would just say cafes, like tons and tons of family owned cafes where you can just like chill. You don't have to sit down for a meal. It's not like a coffee shop and it's not a bar. It's like a combo of all of them.
That's great. Every time I watch Emily in Paris, I'm like, I need
Yes.
in my life. Yeah. If you could compete again, which school's leotard line would you want to wear?
Oh gosh. Michigan State's. Those are beyond stunning.
Curler has a job in fashion.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree. Which social media trend needs to disappear forever?
Oh my God, this stupid 6'7" thing is awful. It needs to go away. I think it's so dumb. I don't, no, no, I hate it. I hate every second about it. It needs to leave. I can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Bye bye. Hate, 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 hate.
Hate,
Double
hate, double hate,
everything.
loathing. Oh, oh, we're insane. Okay, next question. You're lucky that that wasn't question, 6 or 7. Okay, sorry. Um, Corgi or Golden? For those of you listening and not watching, she's shook to her core. Oh, she picked the Corgi. The Corgi corner is here.
Pick two, you should be grateful.
Hi, Antonia. It's Uncle Corey.
I
Okay,
picked Corgi only because I rescued Antonia and I have a very special place in my heart for her and Corgis. So I love you, Maya, to death.
bless your
But
soul. Thank you for rescuing. If you could swap lives with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
oh my God, that is so hard. Any celebrity.
Any.
Jennifer Aniston. I just want to experience life through her eyes. And I want to have in my brain all of her lines from Friends just there, should I need to recite them.
Pivot.
I put beef in the trifle.
Honestly, Jennifer Aniston is a great answer. I thought you were gonna go with Sarah Jessica Parker for your Sex and the City
I
love.
thought about it. I thought about it.
That's a good that Jennifer Aniston is clutch though. I love that.
I
Okay.
also thought about the dog, Jim from Mike and Molly.
But of course. What will I wear? Um, if you could walk in any designer's New York Fashion Week show, which would it be?
My answer is Balenciaga because the first designer thing I ever bought myself on like 100 billion zillion trillion discount sale was a Balenciaga shirt. So I
Hmm.
would say Balenciaga for that reason and that reason only.
Yeah. Our friends at Versace are gonna cry over that question or over that answer. Okay, this one is gonna get you.
Ooh, I'm scared.
You get one lip product for the rest of your life. Which lip product do you choose?
Okay. Here's why I'm dealing with this in a very difficult manner. Number one, gloss and color. I'm holding the Rhode lip tint right now.
So accessible right now. You just pulled it out of nowhere.
The Rhode is excellent. It's compact, it's small. There's feedback that it's a little sticky. I get that. And the peptide has a little bit of like, add a little like granular type of thing. Now, my new recent favorite is the Ulla Hendrickson. That's fantastic. And I want the playing one in the yellow bottle. Love. But the Jisoo lip oil really gives a lot of hydration. But if I'm going to be totally 100%, 1000% transparent, it's Aquaphor.
From a tub or the glue stick or the
Yeah, I
what?
have all of them. I love the glue stick for the sake of like, I put it on my eyebrows. Crazy, I know. But the tub all day, every day. All day, every day, the tub.
Oh my gosh. That is not what I expected you to say.
What did you expect me to say?
The Alexa Rothenbuscher
Oh, I
suggestion
gave
from last
Jisoo
week.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's the lip oil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm currently wearing nothing, so that's where we're at.
You're shining.
Okay, last question. Team Elphaba or Team Glinda?
Oh,
You hit me with the songs.
I'm going Alphaba.
Elphaba, Glinda, Elphaba, Glinda.
I think Elphaba is one of the most complex, interesting, unique characters, and her story is fascinating, and I just love it. So I am Team Elphaba.
Yeah, she makes me cry just looking at her.
Correct. My dog's actually going as Elphaba, Antonia.
Uh, you're
And
having a
Maya's
toy.
going as Glinda.
Oh my gosh. What are you gonna be?
Toto.
Are you kidding?
No,
This
I don't like dressing up for Halloween personally. I don't. My dogs will dress up.
and you're gonna dress up as a dog.
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
I mean,
It's brilliant.
give me my award.
Oh my God. Okay, rapid fire was fun. It wasn't very rapid, but we're not criticizing ourselves for how much time we're taking. But I do have one final question in this episode. On the spirit of Wicked, it's got me thinking. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Olivia. Fantasy gymnastics team, Wicked characters only.
Okay.
Together, right now, we are going to come up with who we would put up as our all-arounder, who would be our our specialist, and who would be our head coach. Wicked characters only.
Okay, you're wrong if you don't say Dr. Dillard is the head coach.
Dr. Dillamond. Dr. Dillamond has to be the head coach.
The goat.
The
The
go
goat.
I mean, yes,
He's the
GOAT,
head
greatest of all
coach.
time.
He
Yes.
is the head coach. No questions asked.
Yeah. Okay, all-arounder.
I don't want Bach anywhere near my team.
Do Bach is Bach is like doing the laundry. Team manager, and that's no shade to team managers. I was a team manager.
I think Glinda is going to be my specialist. For some reason, I just don't think she can swing bars.
No way. No way.
I don't
Oh,
even know if she could vault,
we
if
could
I'm
put the
being
monkey. We could put the monkeys in bars.
honest. Oh, I would be open to that.
Glinda's as our specialist.
I think
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
seems like an easy cop out to say Elphaba is the all arounder. And while I do think she has all around quality, she could just pick up her broom and fly away at any given time and not finish the meet.
I mean, the woman who defies gravity must be our all-arounder. I think Fiero is our floor specialist
I,
in women's artistic gymnastics because I think that there should be music and dancing involved in his floor routine.
yeah, duh.
And so I think that we're gonna go with a Glinda Elphaba Fiero Dr. Dillamond team.
If Dr. Dillamond said, everyone line up, you have extra conditioning, I, I would never move quicker in my life.
Never move quicker, ever. Any hoodles? You guys, that's the end of this episode.
We need to end this episode right now.
Okay. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And enjoy this week's episode of Dancing with the Stars because it is Wicked Week that they are throwing down some wicked stuff. So excited for that. And with that, we will see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Toss, toss.
Okay, bye.
Bye.